A Franklin County school sports volunteer coach has had his day in court. So Travis Gage, a volunteer coach that specifically volunteered for the Ozark Lady Hillbillies softball team, was arrested back in the summer for possessing CSAM. Now, just because somebody is bound to ask, CSAM is child sex abuse material. The arrest of Travis Gage came after an investigation was started in March 2024 from NCMEC about CSAM being uploaded from an IP address in the Franklin County area. The specific image in particular was that of a little girl that was around 8 years old, laying unclothed. And what was done in this specific case was that someone at this IP address uploaded this image of this little girl to Bing Image as an image search, trying to find similar images on the internet to then download those for their own personal use. After a search warrant was received in April, several devices were seized from the home. There were multiple zipped folders that contained CSAM. Travis Gage did admit during an interview that these images did belong to him, and they were images of unclothed children. Ultimately, Travis Gage was charged with 55 counts of distributing, possessing, or viewing CSAM. Today, on November 14th, as part of a plea deal, he went into court and accepted a guilty plea. He pled guilty to 10 counts of distributing, possessing, or viewing CSAM, and was sentenced to 42 months in the Arkansas Department of Corrections, along with a 72-month suspended sentence. Now, here are my two issues with this. Obviously, one of my issues is the 42-month sentence. 42 months. That's 3.5 years that this man will spend in prison maximum. He's probably going to be out of prison in less than 1 year. What do you think that's going to do to deter him from downloading these images in the future? I don't know the psychology of people like this, and I'm not going to claim to, but I'm guessing that it takes a certain kind of person to do something like this. And I don't think that 3.5 years in prison maximum is going to do anything to stop that desire to look at children this way, if I'm being quite honest. Secondly, we as a society have to stop looking at possessing CSAM as a victimless crime. It's not. And I've said this on here before, and I will say it again. I will scream it from the rooftops. And I think that prosecutors really need to get this and understand this. It's not a victimless crime. A child was harmed and photographed during that harm in order to send these images out for, disgusting individuals just like this. It's like supply and demand. If there weren't a demand for these images, then people wouldn't be doing this. But because individuals like Travis Gage are downloading these images, they're going to continue to be produced. And I don't know if your opinion is any different than mine, but in my opinion, I don't view possessing CSAM honestly as any different than a person who assaults a child themselves. I probably said I have two issues, but I actually have a third issue. My third issue is with the Ozark Lady Hillbilly softball Book of Faces page. I myself brought up when Travis Gage was arrested that his picture is on the Ozark Lady Hillbilly Book of Faces page multiple times, and that maybe he should be removed. Maybe I didn't suggest that he should be removed. I thought that that would just be a given. But at this point, I'm telling you, he has been sentenced to prison. He is in the Franklin County Detention Center awaiting being transferred to prison. I think it's in the best interest of literally everyone if you take photos that have his face and your happy birthday wishes to Travis Gage off of that Book of Faces page. And it doesn't look like the Book of Faces page has been used in 2024, but it was used in 2023. If you're not using it, just go ahead and delete it. But I wouldn't want any one of these girls to be associated with Travis Gage at this point in time. And it's just disgusting that the images are still on there, in my opinion.